You know, life is very busy. I hope you guys appreciate these Floowandereeze videos when I can make them. Yes, we hit Diamond 2. Not that impressive. I mean, it's just Diamond. But I think, you know, going on a 12 win streak with Floowandereeze is pretty nice, right? I think we deserve a like for that. If you're a Floowandereeze player, I mean, hopefully you've learned a lot. You can see our match history here. Absolutely insane to think. And again, the one match that I've lost so far in Diamond rank, I think I probably could have won, right? If you guys watched the previous videos. Again, using Floowandereeze throughout this whole season so far. I mean, we're winding down, so we got to get the master rank and start the grind, but it's just been so busy at the start of September. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of matches that got us the 12 win streak in Diamond 2. Alright, to start things off, we have double Robina, Book of Eclipse, Unexplored Winds, and Advent of Adventure. Pretty decent hand. We're going to start with the Unexplored Winds and just hope the opponent doesn't have Ash. And again, this is why Floowandereeze is not overpowered by any means, despite my last video telling you how amazing it is and it's going to get banned on the next ban list again, or, you know, different components of Floowandereeze will get banned. Yeah, we get Ashed and our turn is over because we have no way to play around it. So in main phase 1, after our Robina gets Ashed, we're going to Advent it away for map, and unfortunately we don't have another bird. If we had any other bird other than double Robina, we would be able to extend with the Advent of Adventure getting map to hand. But because we have double Robina, all we can do is grab map and bring back Robina and banish Eaglin and bring that back as well. So if the opponent normal summons during their turn, assuming they don't clear our map, it triggers our map and we're going to be able to play. We do have a Book of Eclipse, which is helpful, and we just pass our turn here on a simple Robina. What is the opponent on? Are you kidding me? Kaiser Coliseum? This is insane. And they're on Makonko OTK. And I'm like, this is another reason why Book of Eclipse is so incredibly amazing. It does not target like Book of Moon does. So if they bring out the card that says your Makonko cards can't be targeted, Book of Eclipse works on it, and it will destroy any equipped spells that are equipped to any monsters on the field since they're all flipped face down. So if you want yet another reason why Book of Eclipse is good, this is a shout out to you, YouTube Mike. Love you, my man. But this is another reason why you would want to play Book of Eclipse as well. So end phase, I'm actually going to use the Book of Eclipse, and you might be thinking, Quantum, why are you doing this? You're going to give them a free draw. Why not use it during your turn? Because this card has a quick effect during your opponent's turn while it's equipped with an equip card. Target one face-up monster I control, take control of it. I don't want them to take control of my Robina in response to the Book of Eclipse, because I'm going to flip it face up and attack their Makonko card. And then main phase 2 be able to play. Because if they take my Robina, I have to use my normal summon and attack into their Makonko card. They're still left with the Robina, which means I'm still under Kaiser Coliseum. So by doing it this way, they cannot take my Robina, and now I'm going to be able to flip up my Robina, beat over their Makonko, and then actually play through the Kaiser Coliseum. So that's exactly what you see me do. Battle phase, Robina with its 600 attack, actually coming in clutch, taking out the Nini. And yes, they did draw a card, but as long as even if it is an Ash, we don't even care at this point now, because we got birds, we got map, we got chain blocks, we got game. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and speed this up. Eaglin, Banish Street, go ahead and search Empen, of course. Tribute both for the Empen, or both as in using Unexplored Winds to tribute off the Kaiser Coliseum. Floodgate eliminated, hopefully they don't have another one. And the Eaglin so that we can recur it back to hand and continue chain blocking with the Empen to grab Trap card. And then we're going to go ahead and normal summon Street, banish the Advent, use Robina, no Ash on the opponent's side, grab Toucan, normal summon Toucan to grab back the Advent of Adventure, and then use Advent to banish the Robina to grab a Snowl. Now, we haven't used a normal summon for turn because we summoned off map. We're going to use our normal summon for turn to grab to put Snowl on board, and we intend to bring back 2 birds and use the Snowl effect to summon again. Why are we doing this? Why are we overextending like this? Yes, it is playing into a Lava Golem, but specifically, these are the Floowandereeze birds. If they get Lava Golemed, I can just banish them with Stree and get them back with Toucan. That's fine and actually kind of good, because then I can get more searches up Empen. But more importantly, I'm hoping to draw with the Unexplored Winds a Fossil Dyna, because I can use the Snowl effect to summon 2 more times, which I do. So you can see there now my normal summons are up to 2, up from 0. And then using Unexplored Winds, I put back both the Robina and the Toucan because I have a Robina on field. And I'm going to be able to search with Eaglin and get this off field to get it back to hand, and chain block the Eaglin with the Stree if I want it as well, or I will, obviously. And as usual, with the Unexplored Winds, I always draw another bird off of it, so I draw back the Robina. I'm drawing like 3 games worth of Robinas here. I'm kind of concerned. I could use those Robinas in other games where I brick, but it is what it is. We've seen all 3 Robinas in the deck. We set the Dreaming Town, the opponent sure enough has a lava golem or some kind of kaiju, whatever, right? But it doesn't matter because we're going to go ahead and Dreaming Town once we see that they set 2, and we're going to go for Apex Avion here off of the Eaglin, which you summon Eaglin, bring Apex, tribute one of their face down cards with the unexplored winds, bring out the Apex, and then Apex will negate the other one if needed. You don't bring Ryza here because Ryza only spins 1 and then it leaves them with the other one, and you don't want to use the unexplored winds with Ryza because if you tribute an opponent's card, Ryza doesn't get the full effect because it needs to be 2 actual monsters, one of them being wind, to get its full effect off. So once the opponent sees that, yeah, it's kind of over, I mean, at least make sure I'm playing Apex, but they just end up scooping it up, and that was our 10th win in a row. So at this point we were on the 10 win streak, and our opening hand here is pretty good. Going first once again, I'm like really surprised. But this was our 11th match, or our match to get on the 11th win streak, and we normal summon Robina. The opponent does indeed have Ash, but this time it doesn't matter because we have the extender to play through it in the Advent of Adventure. So that's actually good that the Robina baited out one of the interruptions. If the opponent does have the nuts with, you know, an imperm as well, we do have the Book of Eclipse for our Eaglin, and that is going to be a-okay. But we're going to go ahead and banish Street, normal summon Eaglin, chain block with Street, not that we need to because hey, the opponent already used Ash, but we're going to go ahead and grab Empin, normal summon the Street, and banish the Advent just in case we want to bring it back with the Toucan later. And of course we're going to bring back Robina, and then we get the Empin on field, and we're just going to search for the trap card, of course. And now this setup we have map, trap, and Empin. We're not going to get greedy. Well, we do get a little greedy because we set the Book of Eclipse as well, so we are susceptible to back row removal. The opponent reveals that they are on some kind of Tri-Brigade variant. Is it Sprite? I think that's the most common one there. We're going to let them go ahead and do all of this nonsense to get the Kuras to hand, because as soon as they normal summon, they are in trouble. Now, they special summon Fenrir in defense properly, getting another Fenrir, right? And I talked about this. Did I talk about this yet, or is it in the next match? Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, no, I did, right? I said it's for science. I Book of Eclipse to Fenrir when they summoned it in attack when I didn't need to. So why am I not Book of Eclipsing it now? Quantum, I thought you said you were going to Book of Eclipse it. Yeah, but with my setup, I don't really need to because I'm going to wait for them to commit their normal summon, and then when I chain my map, I will then chain the Book of Eclipse because Fenrir has to resolve on the next chain link after I activate my monster effect. So it's not a trigger effect. When I use my monster effect, they can chain Fenrir. The chain has to resolve in order for Fenrir to activate on a new chain link. So if I normal summon a bird off map and then activate bird effect, I can then Book of Eclipse the chain on the same chain as a bird effect, and then the Fenrir will be face down, and they won't be able to use the effect of Fenrir to banish a face-up card on the new chain link. Now, this could get ashed because, you know, they used Ash last turn. If they have another one in hand, they could Ash again here. The opponent, I think they activated Max C, which is odd. I don't know why they would do that. I think maybe they were just sick of it popping up on their screen. But you definitely don't want to do that because that's a Ryza target. But hey, more power to you, my man. Do it. It makes my life easier. We're going to go ahead and normal summon the Eaglin. I think the opponent... Or maybe, yeah, because they were thinking for a second, maybe that's why they activated the Max C. I don't know. I don't know if they have Ash in hand again, but yeah, we're obviously going to just chain block the Eaglin here and go for rotation. Now, it's very important to note in this situation, my Empin is now face down, right? They've normal summoned, but we've preserved trap cards. So I am once again tributing off my face down Empin, which I can then banish with the Stree, search summon Robina, search out Toucan, bring back, or summon Toucan, bring back Empin if I wanted to off of this Dreaming Town, which is my second interruption. So with the Ryza, we're going to stack the Max C back, and then the opponent just scoops it up, and that's how easy it is to go on an 11 win streak. Just draw the best hand with Floowandereeze. Robina, Eaglin, and Extender, and negate dodge in the Advent, and a Book of Eclipse. I wish we could draw like that every game. So in this matchup here, which was our 12th win, we won the coin toss again and are going first. This is absolutely insane. We're going to have to start off with the Advent though and banish the Stree. The opponent opts to Ash, and thankfully we have the Call by the Grave. So even though our hand was bricked, we had the Advent to unbrick it. And we have the Book of Eclipse in case the opponent does have an imperm. So we're going to be able to play by getting the Robina to hand. And you know what? Because we already have Trap card, we can actually go for a map and maybe do some interesting extensions with the Empin, because we're going to be able to bring back Stree and have a total of 3 birds. Okay, but the opponent scoops because they just didn't want any of it. And if you couldn't tell, they are on Labyrinth, or they were on Labyrinth when I checked their deck list after. And just as simple as that, they scoop, they just don't want to deal with it. And thank you for my 12th win in a row. For those of you who are the most dedicated and watch the videos to the end, I just want to say thank you, because I've seen the subscriber numbers growing quite dramatically lately, and the views have been going up a lot. So thank you again. And for all the new subscribers, if you're really interested in this content and you like the gameplay, you like the analysis, again, I appreciate all the comments and everything. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, I would encourage you to do so. Seeing those numbers increase really does motivate me to continue making the videos. I do everything myself, so it is very hard to fit everything into the day when I also have a full-time job, and my job comes first, of course. So yeah, I just want to say I appreciate it, and the support helps me continue to make these videos. Thank you again. Quantum is out.